Well, so I will thank you very much for reciting my poem. I think this will go very much forward in encouraging girls and getting inspiration from you.
And thank you, Ashokji, for selecting me to be able to recite this beautiful poem of yours. And let me begin by asking that you being such a jeweler, how could you write such a poem?
Apart from me being a jeweler, I've always delved into psychology, sort of studied a lot of books, and I can understand women's psychology a lot. So I could feel how they felt, and I saw it around in my family also that women, although they did everything, but still they were not given that due, and that's why I felt. I mean, it's about time that I focused on women, and it was just inadvertent. People like to respect you, but they don't do it just out of natural that. So once we focus that and we show them that this is the way things should be, then probably they'll realize.
I know when I read the poem, it touched a lot now, maybe because me being a woman, I have experienced a few things which you have mentioned in the poem. And but when I read it the first time, it was strange to know that a man has written it. Like you have come out with the women emotions so empathetically. It feels as if you have felt it. It's a tremendous empathy. So how did you get that empathetic thread of emotion in you?
I felt from the very beginning that women can do everything, and they're even much better as far as the men are concerned in every field. I mean, whether it be looking at the finances of their family,
Yes.
whether it's raising children, whether relationship with all our family members, different family, I mean, five family members, whether it's religion, whether it's foreign, what is a relationship.
Social
So
relations.
everything, they are much better and they can do a task they have a capacity of multitasking. We men mostly, at least I am for myself, I cannot do a multitasking. If I'm talking to you, I cannot talk to the servant. But while you're doing some work, you're making food, you're thinking about the servant also, you're thinking about the lunch also, you're thinking about the finances also, everything.
I think,
So,
yeah, my husband would find, he'll find an echo in you. Like he'll always say, I'm talking to you and I feel you're thinking about 10 different things. So that's his main grouse.
Yeah, and all women have that capacity because they deal with so many people.
Yeah,
We deal with just single person, they deal with everyone.
that's true. And I feel that you have penned down this poem keeping in mind the situation of women in India. But it is such a universal poem that it could find a canvas anywhere in the world. I feel the position of the women at large in the whole world is pretty much the same. There are developed countries, there are developing countries, but women have to take a back seat.
That is true, and that's very. It's sad also. As I said, I feel that women have a better capacity than men, but there's so much behind the scenes. A woman is not expected to earn, and that's why probably that's the main reason why they didn't get that sort of respect.
Recognition.
So I took up these paintings of all business women only, basically for that, so that we are focused on say the military field, the sports field, and the labor also, but we are not focused on business aspect of a woman doing business. So that's why this is I felt that area of focus, and we should focus on that. And as far as the universality of this thing is concerned, it is universal for all women, of course. The grade is different. In India, the grade is very low, while in some developing countries it might be much higher than that.
Yes, true. So there is this book by Sheryl Sandberg. She was the queen of Facebook. The book's name is Lean In. So she says, and I think your poem will resound with that. She says that when boys and girls finish a degree and they come out in the job scenario, the uptake of the young students from the job for the job is the same. All men and women get employed. But as the time passes, and you would realize few years down the line, when you would look, there would be very few women in the boardroom. Very few, and you can name them. Even now, you can name Indra Nooyi. Why she's so famous?
Yeah.
Because she ended up in the PepsiCo boardroom. Sheryl Sandberg, because she was the co of Facebook. You would have these few, like we have this Kiran Majumdar Shaw in India. You have Piramal, and you have Reliance Neeta Ambani doing such a fabulous job. So these are the women you can count on your fingers. Whereas there are thousands of men in the boardroom. They're expected to be there. A woman has to prove her point. She has to make her presence felt, whether in the boardroom or in the office. It's the same story. If she wants to start a business, few bankers will be keen to give her a loan because they will be doubtful whether she will be able to take the business forward or not. And I'm happy you've touched this subject. I think it's going to inspire women. And what you've said it right, that housework never gets counted even in the gross GDP of India. All the women workforce out there working in the fields, I think 60 to 70% of the farm laborers are women, but they are not in the organized salaried bracket. And household is never counted as a job. It's like nowadays you have women, scene is changing. Nowadays you have women who say, I'm a homemaker, right? So if I ask anybody, what do you do? I'm a homemaker. So that makes me happy. Saying that this world is very pleasant. I'm a homemaker.
So something is coming in. Yeah.
Instead, I would have heard women say in the past, I'm just sitting at home, I'm doing nothing. So this doing nothing is a very negative connotation, right? That means I'm just killing my time.
Actually,
I'm a homemaker means I'm making a home, I'm building my children's future, I'm looking after my husband so that he's able to concentrate on his business. So that's a better terminology. Things are changing.
And I think the persons to be blamed are not just men. Females also are to be blamed because they don't have that confidence as yet. And they've never been portrayed as they can do something.
Which is what you have
That's right.
Exactly. So things are changing. I'll quote a personal example. We had a domestic help and he was walking my daughter. My daughter's painfully thin when she was born. So, and my son was overweight. He's 5 years older to her. So while in Delhi, he was walking her in the pram and a neighbor came running and said like, "Kitni patli bachchi hai? Iski maa kahan hai?" So he said, "वो job करती है, तभी बच्ची इतनी पतली है." So he says, मेम साहब वो ऐसे बोल रही थी ना, ऐसे अरे तेरे को बोलना था ना रुक जा, बड़ा सैंपल घर से लाता हूँ, उसका वेट ज्यादा है, वो माँ वही है, तो तूने ऐसा क्यों नहीं बोला? बोला हाँ मैं आगे से ये बात ध्यान रखूंगा, कोई बोलेगा. So see, the immediate blame came on the woman. So, but nowadays you find more and more women leaving kids in crutches and getting their in-laws or their mothers to help so that they are able to look after their official. But yeah, I'm like 30 years old into my job now and recounting old stories. Things are changing and poems like this can do a major difference in the society. So nice of you to...
Thank you very much. And it's people like you who take an interest in these sorts of subjects that this movement will go forward. And I hope there's something.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.